Well, folks, we're about to do something difficult and uncomfortable today. We're here just outside of Great Basin National Park. From where we're parked, we can see Wheeler Peak, which towers over us at 13,067 feet of elevation. At some point today, we hope to be standing at the top of that peak. But first, we must drive 4,000 feet along a narrow, winding road with a continuous 6% grade to get to the trailhead.
Yahoo!
Oh, there's elevation 8,500 feet. The trailhead begins at 10,000 feet. To reach the peak, we climb 3,000 feet over 4.34 miles. It's a relatively easy hike, but Wheeler Peak is known to have a lot of exposure, high winds, and cold temperatures, even in the summer. All right, you ready to go?
Ready to rock.
All right, let's do it. Goodbye, home. Here we go, strenuous hike. Even as we hiked the lower sections of the trail, we experienced high winds. Meg stated a few times that she wasn't so keen on how windy it was. As we approached the end of the Alpine, the wind began to really pick up, and shortly after, we were donning warmer layers. At this point, the elevation, about 12,000 feet, was already working against us. The incessant wind made things far more difficult. Wind gusts were hitting us at maybe 70 miles per hour. With nothing to hang on to, rocky terrain, we were becoming increasingly less sure-footed. I stopped to wait up for Meg, and when she reached me, she was in tears. Meg doesn't cry often, so when I saw tears and realized she was quite scared, we made the decision to turn back. I scampered up to the saddle quickly just to see how much further we had. The wind grew to an intensity I have only felt a few times in my life, and looking at the scramble ahead, it was clear that a decision to return to the bottom was in both our best interest. As I descended, frozen hands barely able to hold my camera, the wind hit me so hard several times that it nearly sent me keeling over. When we reached the bottom, we stopped to have lunch and discuss our recent experience. While I often thrive on a relatively higher level of danger or risk, Meg does not. Both of us have had a lot of experience in the woods and mountains, but when it comes to mountaineering, we're definitely at the novice level. I think our decision to turn back was a good one for us, and perhaps we will return to Wheeler Peak to attempt the peak again. We're working at doing harder things, but at our own pace. It is cold. It's very, very cold. We need to get back to the van so we can leave. When we reached the van, we quickly hightailed it down the mountain to a nearby warm spring for the night. The next morning we woke to a rare desert rain and the risk of getting our van stuck in the clay. So we broke camp before any further rainfall and moved on towards our next spot, another hot spring.
In Outsiders, they did a socials drive.
There was only one guy.
From here, we move further east into Utah, a region of the United States that neither of us have explored. We're immensely excited and looking forward to all that there is to explore. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us on this little adventure. We both truly appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one, and until then, keep on roaming.